One. Good evening, everyone. This is Barbie Decker. Welcome to our Empire weekly team call. So excited that we're trying on this new system with a slide and everything. So let's get this party started. We are on for just another 28 minutes, so we've got a lot to cover. Let's rock and roll. All right. So let's begin by celebrating all the. Why am I screaming? I have such a loud voice. I'm going to lower it down. I'm the only one in the house with two dogs right now. So let's celebrate some of the top producers for the week. I am in love with this new system. So this week, we actually added 351 new coaches to the team. Pretty awesome. The number has been going up by like 100 and something every week. So meaning in the past few weeks, it's gone up by over 100, not 100 and something every week. We have 16,072 new members on the Empire. I love the top sponsorships. Holy moly, Amy Silverman with 10 sponsorships. And by the way, you guys, she was top 10. So she's out there sponsoring folks left and right, and she's in Italy eating pasta. Julie Henderson with 5. Ruthie Desert with 4. Stephanie Callanan with 4, Jacqueline Hughes with 3, Nicole Salazar, Katie Goon, Jason Roberts, and Wayne Wyatt with 3. Yay! Way to go, you guys. Okay, I need to make this font bigger because it's tiny for me to see, but we wanted to put some of the top producers, and you'll see them on the left-hand side. Now, Wayne Wyatt shows up there twice because he has multiple business centers. That is awesome. Congratulations, everyone. So rank advancements for the week. Now, this is where every single one of us, including myself, gets a smackdown. I know for a fact that we had a lot of people who rank advanced on our team, and yet for this week, there was only one person who had put their name down, and that person is Natalie Morris. She advanced to Emerald Coach, and her coach is Christiane Brennan. My coach, Jennifer Pastor, also advanced to Emerald Rank, and I was lame, and I did put her name up there, so I'm announcing it now. Since we've been having shared team calls, I wanted to just recognize the people who did rank advance, who did put their name up here. Derek Lertsema, is that correct spelling? Advanced to Emerald Coach, and your sponsoring coach is Lisa Barker. Someone just texted me. Look, that's like this gigantic text. It is Dad Ornell is on our team, who just came back from Shalene Johnson's Marketing Academy, so she's super excited and blowing up my phone. Okay, Kimberly Sykes advanced to Emerald, and her sponsoring coach is Liz Poyne, who's on the call. And Courtney Huffman advanced to Emerald, and her sponsoring coach is Christy Keith. And Christy, thank you for making those nice little slides for us, for the team. Stephanie Van Beek advanced to Diamond, and her sponsoring coach is Leslie Moody. And Katie Shore Pardini advanced to Emerald, and her sponsoring coach is Nikki Boyle. Yay! Seriously, congratulations, you guys. Rank advancement is so important. If you're an Emerald coach, now it means that you start receiving free customer leads, and you're able to partake in the team cycle bonus. Truly, that is where your income is. It means that you're building a team and that you get paid based on your team's efforts and your own efforts, of course, because if you don't do anything, you're not really going to get paid. So it's just a beautiful thing. You want to, if you're a coach and you're not an Emerald coach yet, do what you need to do. You guys, if you have a spouse, sign them up. If you have a mom or a dad, sign them up and then start talking to people. But you definitely want to rank advance. I'm in love with my little slide. Okay, we know that Summit is it sold out? Well, there's a waiting list, and we know that Beachbody is making more spaces. You just have to be patient. But I really, really want to urge you guys to register now and get yourselves on the mailing list right now. Okay, not on the mailing list, the waiting list, not the mailing list. And hotels are gonna open up. And one thing that I heard, not from you guys or not about you guys, but that coaches are getting all worked up about the hotel situation in Nashville, and that they're being rude to the workers in hotels. So if you are calling a hotel or doing anything, please be nice to people. Don't be nasty, because they were complaining to corporate about that, and that sucked. Okay, guys, we have 3 more days. 28th, 29th, and no, let's see, 28th, 29th, 30, and the 31st. We have promotions that are happening, and this is a perfect chance for you guys to promote the heck out of these 2 programs so that you can get your Success Club 5 or Success Club 10. PIO Challenge Pack, and by the way, I love PIO, ends July 31st. I love the way Amy Silverman put it. She's like, you get your challenge pack, and basically you're getting PIO for $10 because you're paying for Shakeology. Body Beast has gone on sale. They're testing it at a new price of $50, and the challenge pack is also on sale. So you want to promote it, and you want to tell people that you don't know how long it's going to last, because in fact you don't know how long it's going to last. Okay. So I love that little picture. It's so cute of Shalene and Sagit. One thing that we didn't do was, because it's a new system and I'm just testing this out, we didn't put Success Club up on here because we had so many people, but you know what? Next time I think we'll do it. So I have a question, you guys. Even if you love seeing the little slides on the assembly hall, would you like to see them up here on the screen as well? Because I could have done that, but then I just didn't do it. Would you like that? Yes? Okay, awesome. I am drinking my Shakeology in case there's any doubt. It's not vodka. All right. And I don't drink vodka. Okay, you guys. So here we are, and this is where our talk begins, my heart to heart. This is where I take off my jacket and really talk honestly to you guys about coaching. So I get a lot of messages from coaches, whether they're on our team or not on our team, and seriously, I really want you guys to listen to me. This is not another like rah-rah call. This is a call about being honest and about seeing where you are and where you need to go and what you need to do. So I get a lot of messages from coaches who are on our team, who are not on our team, who have been coaches for a little while, who have been coaches for a long time, asking me for help with coaching. And they say, you know what, I'm struggling, I've tried everything, and I just don't know what I'm doing wrong, okay? And almost every single time, if I ask the person, are you talking to new people every single day, people that you have never met before? Are you inviting them every single day? Fine, you can rest on Saturday and Sunday if you want, okay? Are you following up every single day? Are you keeping a contact list and updating it every single day? Are you doing your personal development every single day? If they can say yes, then they will have the success. But if you're honest with yourself, chances are you're not going to say yes, okay? So what I see with coaches on the team, not on the team, is that they're always looking for that something, that like special secret, that special secret sauce, that different coach, like when somebody tells me like, I want to quit being with this coach so that I can have another coach who's going to be better. I had a coach who asked me about that the other day, and I said, no, you don't want that. Like, I understand. I mean, I have a lot of coaches that are second-time coaches. You decided not to do it, and you're doing it again. But if you think that you're going to have better success because you're going to be with this coach, it's not the coach. It's you. You have to be responsible for yourself, for your activity and for your lack of activity, for your success and for your failure. And it's not like, I'm not trying to say like, when I was a kid and I used to, go to school barefoot. I'm not trying to do that to you guys. How kind of like our parents did that to us. But what I'm saying is, when I was coaching at the beginning, I didn't have anyone who guided me. We didn't have a system in place. We didn't have mentors in place. You know, my coach, Kevin, super nice man, a doctor, anesthesiologist, you know, he didn't really guide me. I had to figure it out for myself. I'm telling you what the daily activities are, and we're going to discuss them in a minute. Everybody's texting me like right now. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you what the daily activities are, but first I really, really want you guys to be honest with yourself. So let me give you a little story. I am doing Tony Robbins mentoring or coaching program, and so every week I have a mentor, a coach, and I have to report to her, and I tell her my activities. So I've set goals, I set my goals, and every day I was messaging her what my activity was for going to be for the day, right? So I noticed that after like a week, I started getting kind of lazy, and then I would just kind of do it. Like I would kind of do it haphazardly and not really put my all into it. Now, mind you guys, I'm paying $132 for 30 minutes of her time, okay? That's $264 or whatever for an hour of her time. And what was I doing? I was being a slacker and not really sitting there with my plan and saying, okay, what am I doing? And so I got honest with myself, and I told her, I said, you know what? There's no way for you to know that, oh my God, now they're texting me on my computer. This is crazy. There's no way for you to know that I'm being a slacker, because I can tell you, you know, I did the work. You can show me your business activity tracker. You can show your coach your business activity tracker, but you know if you're doing the work. So I came clean to my coach and I said, you know what, something's not working for me. And I actually think that for me, I needed more time in between so that I can get things accomplished, so that I wouldn't feel like I was just doing a task, you know? And so I figured it out. And so now I took responsibility, and it would have been so easy for me to blame my coach and say, you know what, she's not calling me out. It would have been so easy for me to blame my coach and say, she's not calling me out, she's not keeping me accountable, she's not pushing me hard enough. Because this is something that I see coaches doing all the time. Like, I have coaches, you know, I'm super successful as a coach, and yet I have coaches on our team that I've sponsored who go to other coaches to tell them that I'm not supporting them, which is total nonsense, because all the tools are there. And yes, you know, if all the tools are there, the training calls are there, you know, the new coach bootcamp is there. We have these weekly calls. We have the national call. And I get messages, for example, about really, you know, simple questions, you know, and the coach is not plugging in. Of course, yes, I actually do ignore them, because my time is limited and I have to give time to the people who deserve my time and not the people who just ask for my time. You see the difference? And so if you, going back to you guys, because this is not about me, if you take personal responsibility for yourself and ask yourself, am I really doing these daily activities? Because I promise you, if you're honest to God, making 2 new contacts a day, if you are honestly making 2 new contacts a day, you are inviting 2 new people to a challenge group, and to the business opportunity. If you're doing that's really the key. If you're doing your personal development, if you're working out and using Shakeology, if you're sponsoring new coaches, if you're doing those activities, you are going to sponsor new coaches. You are going to have people who are in your challenge group, and your business is going to grow. But you need to do the activity, and you need to, and I'm not talking to everyone, but you need to stop lying to yourself saying that you're doing it when in fact you're really not doing it. So you can actually, I think that I can actually share this this slide presentation. I think I can send you a link. So I'm not going to try to figure it out right now. But if you guys don't want to use the BAT, which is the Business Activity Tracker, which is in the online office under reference materials, because it gives you vertigo, fine, okay? That's okay, but you need to use something, and you need to be tracking your activity every day. If you don't do it, you're going to lose track of people. How do I know? Because it happens to me. I just started using, I went through a period of not keeping track of what I was doing, and I kind of felt like I was all over the place. Now that I'm keeping track of people that I'm talking to, the new contacts that I'm making, who I'm inviting, who I need to follow up with, I'm seeing better results. So if I tell you something, it's not because I haven't tried it and I'm just kind of making things up. I'm telling you because I know what works and I know what doesn't, and I have been in the pitfalls. I have fallen in there. So this is our daily activity list. Hold on. Now I want to look at my notes, but I've got 50 million messages that people are texting me, and it's funny, I don't normally get a million messages. Okay. So the activities that count are these. If you can promise yourself that you're going to talk to 2 new people a day, that you're going to invite people to your challenge and the business opportunity, at least 2 a day, that you're going to follow up and you're going to do the rest of these activities, personal development and workout, you will see success, but you need to track it. And who can you be accountable to? You can be accountable to your coach. You can send them a Facebook message or an email, sending them your daily activity, or you can find a success partner. Now, I have something to say about success partners. Another thing that I see is coaches saying, hey, Barbie, or hey, so-and-so, can you find me a success partner? No, that's not the way it works. You connect with someone, and then you see if you have similar personalities or you have common goals, and then you connect with them, and then you say, okay, we're going to hold each other accountable. So, if you're part of the assembly hall, or you have a different group within within our team, you can say, hey guys, this is what my goal, these are what my goals are. This is my personality. This is what I need. I'm looking for a success partner. But you can't expect your coach to do the work for you. This is all part of the growth that we have to do, which is getting out of our comfort zone and connecting with other people. Because if we can't even connect with people on our team, then what the heck are we doing as coaches, right? So I just started reading a book this past week, and it is called Start by John Acuff. I just wanted to show you the book. And it goes like this. Oh boy. Anyway, it's called Start, Punch Fear in the Face, Escape Average, and Do Work That Matters. Okay? So why is it called Start? Basically he's saying, and you're totally, raise your hand if you can relate to this, raise your hand at home, that you think that you actually need to have this whole elaborate plan to make coaching work. And in fact, you don't. You just need to start, okay? So where are you now? That's the question, and really that's what I've been talking about for the past 12 minutes. Where are you now? I'm asking you to be honest with yourself in regard to what you're doing or what you're not doing, right? Because if you're lying to yourself, because if you lie to me or if you lie to your coach, who cares? If you are lying to yourself about what you're doing or what you're not doing, you're telling me, Barbie, I swear, I invited 50 people and I did this and I did that and I'm meeting 2 new people every single day and I'm, following up with 3 people every day. And you're saying it and that's not the actual truth. It doesn't impact me. It doesn't impact your coach. Like, okay, yeah, I might make, $10 less or even $100 less because you're not doing the work. But ultimately, it's not about me and it's not about your coach. It's about you. So stop lying to yourself and do the work and commit to it. So after that honest assessment of where you are, one of the problems that I see is that coaches think that they have to have it all mapped out. And coaches at all different levels, I know Star Diamond coaches, like I heard one say the other day, a Star Diamond coach say the other day, like, I'm looking for that system, like that detailed plan that's going to help me break emeralds. That's going to help me break diamonds, help people get to diamonds. there is no like secret formula, you know. There might be a secret formula for me, and then, you know, Johan is on the call, and Nikki's on the call, and Alsa's on the call, which is funny, they're all diamonds and star diamonds. They might have their own secret formula, but that means that there is no secret formula. The thing is that we're all different. And so what I see all the time is that coaches want to be told, okay, this is the way it's going to be, and this is what you're going to do, and this is your action plan, and this is exactly the way that it's going to work out. But in the end, it never works out. Like, did you imagine yourself when you were 6 years old that you would be sitting here in front of this computer or in your car, wherever you are with your phone, listening to some woman talk about network marketing and coaching and Beachbody coaching? Like, you couldn't have in a million years, you know, invented that, right? So John Acuff uses the example of himself of how he got to where he is and how, okay, so I'll use myself as an example, and this is where it gets fun. Okay, so this is a lie, right? This is not true. Like, I couldn't have known this. Okay, so I knew that the day that I bumped into my ex-husband with his girlfriend, I knew that I was going to be a coach. I didn't know. And I knew that when I was living in Dallas, that I knew that Tony Horton was going to come to Dallas in 2008, and that I was going to show up to an event. And I also knew that I was going to meet Jason Diebold and Connie Constantine, and that we were going to become friends, and that they were going to be pivotal to my eventually being in the Millionaire Club. And I knew that I was going to have my aha moment 2 times when I went to that event. The first time when I saw Tracy Morrow and Robert Hudgens talking about what they were able to do for their family and their families, and Tracy Morrow was saying how she was going to be able to pay for her kids, all of her children's college tuition with Beachbody money. And I knew when we went to dinner with Connie and Jason and Robert Hudgens and Mark Briggs that I was one day going to become who I am today. You see what I mean? Like, I didn't know that I was going to sit there and listen to these 2 guys say that they were making $6,000 or $7,000 at the time per week, and then I was like, oh my God, like, this is real, and this could happen to me. And at the time I was making $250, right? So, you know, it's impossible. Like, I couldn't have known half the things that were going to happen. Like, I didn't know I was going to, you know, I didn't know that the coaching opportunity was actually going to come, and that my coach Rosa was going to be on board, and that we would have this conversation. Or I didn't know that I was going to change the way that I've changed. You know, I'm so different from when I started. Like, it's kind of embarrassing. Yesterday, I was looking at my blog, right, an old blog, and then Sagi was next to me. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just looking at an old blog. He's like, you sure took a lot of pictures of yourself. And I was like, I know. I was really into myself because I never had results, right? So my point is that I was super self-centered when I got started, you know, and I've become somebody different. And, you know, who I am today is a result of all the things that I've been through for the past 7 years as a coach. And that, you know, I've had to learn how to become a better leader. And I'm always learning. And what does this have to do with you? It has everything to do with you, because all you need to do is get started with these basic activities. And then figure out, once you start doing that, and once you get to Emerald, okay, what's the next step? And then you take one step. And you know what? Maybe you've tried a sneak peek group. Maybe you've tried an open house group. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. Maybe you've tried, you know, the new coach training once and it didn't work out for you. Like, do it again. Do it until you get the result, right? You've heard that an airplane is off course 98% of the time. So imagine, like, you guys, and I mean a lot of coaches, you know, you get one rejection and it's the end of the world and you want to quit, you know? Imagine being off course 98% of the time. So it's totally normal. Like, it's totally normal if you get rejected. It's not about you, though. It's totally normal that people say no to you about the opportunity. It's totally normal that you get frustrated. You just have to keep one foot in front of the other, practicing the vital behaviors that are here, inviting 2 new people per day to your challenge group or the business opportunity. You have to do your self-development, and you have to keep making new contacts. Do I sound repetitive? Maybe, but it's because it is repetitive and it is basic, and you don't have to know exactly what your coaching career is going to look like. You just have to start and do the basic things first. And once you get to diamond, you'll figure out what the next step is and how to solidify your diamond. And once you have a team, you know, you'll figure out how to mentor them. One thing that I see too is that a lot of coaches, they think, you know what, I'm afraid to be a leader. Like, if I don't know how to lead myself, how am I going to lead somebody else, right? Well, how do you think you learn? Like, I didn't know how to be a leader. I learned along the way. And that's exactly what it's going to be like for you. So that is really all with just 2-3 minutes left. I just wanted to say too that we are starting a new coach boot camp next week, the August 4th, next week, Monday. So if you're a returning coach, a new coach, I challenge you, I urge you to be a part of the new coach boot camp, to engage, to find yourself a success partner, and most of all, to accept full responsibility for yourself and where you are, because it's truly, truly up to you. So we have 2 minutes left. If you guys want to ask questions in the chat box, hurry up and do it. Go ahead, type your 2 questions. I'm checking out these cute little thingies. Okay, nobody has questions? Nobody. Okay, nobody. All right. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being on this call. I hope that what I said was helpful, and I will post this as soon as I figure out how to do it. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great night. Bye.